Hello, 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 everyone, and good morning to you all. My name is Ava, and this is Stitching in the Interlake, and I'd like to welcome you, yes, to my channel. Absolutely, I do. So, today is the 30th of April. It is a Wednesday, 2025. Hard to believe tomorrow is the 1st of May. I am just blown away. Yes. Soon we are going to we're rapidly getting to the middle of the year. Now, those of you who live in warm climes, it doesn't really matter, right? Because it's just basically the same all across the board. Nice warm weather or hot weather, maybe humid and all that. Not here. Not here. I, for one, dread the cold weather. I was not meant for the cold weather. I don't know why God ever invented cold weather. But no, I give it a thumbs down. So anyway, so today is the last day for our challenge, which is samplers for April. And I am working on, it has to be here somewhere. And everything else is falling. Yes. And I'm working here on Ecclesiastes 3:1. So today is my last day for it. I have noticed that Nancy and Jackie, JJ, have posted theirs. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I love it. I love it. JJ, how did you stitch so fast? I don't know. I don't get it. I know I was kind of lagging there. I just didn't have the oomph to do it. So, but today I'm going to. And yesterday I worked on my year-long focus piece of the year, and it will be every year until I get it done. And this is Treasure Hunt, and I worked all in here and a little bit in here, but yeah. So I'm getting that. And again, this is her arm coming up. This is her hand. I had wanted to focus on some of these fill-ins, but then I got stuck over here, and the rest, they say, is history. So I'll be working on that one tomorrow. Also tomorrow, I will be starting Canadian Quaker flag, because the May challenge is Quakers. So I've decided on Canadian Quaker flag, and I'm doing it in B5200, DMC 115 or Arrow 115. And I'm thinking black thread. I'm thinking I may go for a slightly different color. I'm not sure. I have to go and do it. And then we'll see what comes of it. Anyways, yesterday I did get a package in from Tamu. I have one more package coming in. And then that's it for a bit. Now, in there was a new purse, because my purse, the handle was breaking. And I've had that for 5 years, but the handle, I like the small handle. I don't like over the shoulder. This one happens to be over the shoulder. And I'm going to try and see if I can get something that is at least a little bit shorter. I don't know how to shorten them up, you know, because they're right on there. So I don't know how to get it so I can make a shorter, like it's got long strap. And I've got it as short as it will go on there. But it still hangs on my shoulder. So I want to try and get it so I can put it in hand. I did get another order of these things, these floss drops. And because I don't know what's happening with all of these tariffs and everything else. The other thing I got, and you can probably guess, I got this. Okay? Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous picture. I took a chance. There are only, get this, 23 colors. And one of the colors, the biggest amount here with this, is 3866. It's beautiful. But all of this, you know, like, it's too much of an abrupt end here. They should have kind of a light gray 3072, 24, I think. Some of those other colors in here. There's too much of this white, or 3866, which isn't really a white. It's kind of a gray white. But then they've got like this abrupt here. And it should come down here more to blend more. And see right here. Okay, so if you look right here, this is kind of grayish, and this is kind of gray over here. But they've got like here, you see here how there's some gray here? They don't have that on here. They don't have that on here. And it's a 14 count. It's 40 by 40. The printing is actually pretty good. And even the face should have more. I got that. No. Should have more variety in here. Because it's got too much of this. Whatever that one is. That one is 03859. This needs to blend more. So, and there's, oh, this is the actual, they've got this frame, which is the window frame. Okay, so that's why this is here. But even that should have a few more colors in it. Right? To break up all that brown. No. You know what I'm going to give it? Absolutely. Some are not too bad. Some are iffy. And some are tanked. This one is tanked. Like 23 colors. 23 colors. And they expect that this is going to turn out. And yet sometimes I get kits and they're absolutely great. There's one that I'm working on, which I'm not showing you until I get either, and I'm working on gnome here, sewing gnome, until I get either sewing gnome or Lady in the Woods finished. It's my travel project right now. And because I don't hardly ever go anywhere, it just, yeah, it doesn't get much work on it. So, oh, and then oh, for fart's sake, that one there. The thread split and bunched. And then last night I got my call from my doctor to go over my test results, my blood work and chest x-ray. She said my chest x-ray is good and no damage or anything that she can see, nothing abnormal. Nothing's changed since the last time. And then I thought, oh no, blood work. And then she went through my blood work and she said, everything looks good, except for there was a slight increase in my triglycerides. And my previous number in my triglycerides was 1.88, and I'm at 1.91. So, nothing to really worry about. And she's saying, oh, well, that has to do with cholesterol. Okay. Yeah. And she says, cut out on the baked goods and all that. And I said, well, it's like you're asking me to stop breathing and still live. And I said, I kind of doubt it. So, yeah, so I'm working on gnome here. Now, when I got up to put Jonah out at 1:45 last night, it was raining. But he went outside. He didn't really want to, but he went. Yesterday, I made my cherry cheeseless cake. Turned out. Yeah, I used a different type of, they call it sour cream. Okay, vegan sour cream. It is much, much, much more like a cream cheese. Sour cream usually is much softer and runnier. I suppose you could make it like that if you added water to it and softened it up. But I use it as a substitute for cream cheese. And I can't remember what it was called. Earth something or other. And oh, did it turn out good. Now, when I was making my cake, I was talking to Carol, who really doesn't watch my channel. She'll watch other people's channel, but she won't watch mine. Anyway, she said, well, where's your sweetened condensed milk? Sweetened condensed milk? You put sweetened condensed milk into a cheesecake? I don't know. Has anybody else heard of that? I've never heard of it. I've never heard of that. Now, I have done recipes where there have been sweetened condensed milk, and I use the vegan version of it. but I've never heard it in a cheesecake. Oh, I should also say, just a minute here, that I got a wonderful package in the mail from Sharita, and she's in Trinidad and Tobago. And thank you, Sharita. This is absolutely gorgeous. I don't have any from that region. I don't have any from the Middle East at all. And she sent me this one, and this is Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. This is supposed to be like a license plate. Okay. So that's what she sent me. And she wrote a nice short little note. And thank you for that. It's just wonderful. And then I had looked at the envelope, and I'd already asked Juliet, so we'll see what happens. There were these, oops, wait a minute. Nope. There were these lovely stamps. So I asked Juliet if she knew anybody who was a stamp collector. These are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, because I said, I'm not throwing them out. I'm going to find somebody who is a stamp collector and who would like these stamps. I've never seen anything like them. So, that's wonderful. They look like leaves. They're botanicals to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the Botanic Gardens in Trinidad, 1818 to 2018. They're just beautiful. My uncle used to be, what are they called? It starts with a P, I think. I want to say philanthropist, but that's not it. It's something like that. And these are people that collect stamps. And he was a stamp collector. Oh my goodness. And I think he actually even got into coins too. And but yeah, so it's they're just beautiful. Now, should it be that the person that Juliet is thinking of doesn't want them? Well, he passed away and his wife and daughter have his collection. If they don't want them, then I'm going to see if there's somebody around this area that wants them. They are just too good. Just too good. So, but so anyway, so I'm really thrilled here with my Abu Dhabi, and that one is going on my fridge right away. And I don't have any, like not from Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, the other places. I do have from Jerusalem, I have one. But that's the closest I've got. I think that's the closest I've got. So, yeah, so I'm going to see what I can, yeah. So that is, thank you. And if anybody knows me, you know I am a magnet collector. I have, I think, over 200. And I like only from areas different areas of the world. Like I have London, I have Dublin, I have I've in Germany, I have Berlin, Köln, and I have where my mother was born and grew up. Can't remember. That's my memory for you. I'll remember it after. So anyway, I have I have a few from Australia. I've got one from Cuba. I'm trying to get all the states, but I don't have all the states. So I have like Texas and North Carolina, Arkansas, Mississippi, I think, New Hampshire, New York. I have a lot. But I'm always looking for more. So if you happen to go to a thrift store and you find some magnets, because that's the cheapest place you can go to, see about, I would love to have them. Now, I happen to collect gnomes too, but yeah, magnets are on my fridge. And once my fridge runs out, I will be finding other places to put them. Or I'll scrunch them all up. So yeah, I'm going to contact Temu and get my money back for this kit. I keep hoping that when I do that and keep getting after them, saying these require more colors, like a lot of people are doing, that eventually they will get it. I don't know why. Like, that should have had at least a minimum of 30 colors. Minimum. Probably more like 35 colors. And I just keep getting at them. Not enough, not enough, not enough. Otherwise, the fabric is nice, the printing is nice. The chart is very tiny, and that's another thing. So, yeah. So I've been watching this thing here with Nancy Grace about these M-Uders or red rums. In like New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, all that. There's 8 of them now. And it's just unbelievable that they are not labeling this as a cereal. K. Illers. You gotta be so careful, right? Like, what's the difference between using and unalived? It means the same thing. Why are you like, why are you restricting freedom of speech, basically? So, and I did get my new stick vacuum cleaner yesterday, but it's staying in the box. Most of the stuff now that I've got, it's just staying in the box because then I don't have to worry about it. And I am selling my Dyson canister. And I don't think I'll have any trouble selling that. Yeah. Because over there, there are no rugs, but I have bits of carpeting, and the rest is just flooring. So, and the space is a lot smaller. So I'm not going to need something that's really big. And I do like my Dyson, and I wish I could have gotten a stick Dyson. But nope, they're too expensive. They're way too expensive. Oh my gosh. Like they're $300, $400. There. All righty, my dears. All righty. Okay, so this is where I'm working on right here. I don't know, can you see? Right here. So I'm going to try and, whenever, finish this part off and then start coming. I'm probably going to move the Q snaps then once it is that I get this pom-pom finished, because then I can move it up. So I still haven't found my other Q snap, my bracket or whatever you call it here. So anyways, that's it. I would like to again thank Sharita for this lovely, lovely magnet. Thank you, sweetheart, for thinking of me. And yeah, it takes a very long time. I don't know when she mailed this off. The stamp is very light, and I don't think she put it in her letter here. Nope, she didn't. And you have beautiful handwriting. So it's always nice to see other people's handwriting, and you get the feeling of who they are and that. So anyways, oh, and Jonah has a friend now that comes around. Actually, I saw another one. There was an orange cat that came around. And then yesterday, I had brought in Jonah yesterday morning, and I had noticed something, but I only got the literal tail end. And I didn't know what it was, and it didn't pop out the other side. So then yesterday when I was washing dishes, I saw it, a big cat, even bigger than Ruthie. Big Tom. I'm assuming it's a Tom. And must be from back over this way. And he looks healthy and everything. So, yep. So, anyways, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Jonah, who's in the cubby hole in the cat condo. Ruthie, who is sunning herself on the other side of the curtain. Sunday, there will be a live from 12 noon to 2:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Today's the last day for the April challenge. Tomorrow starts the May challenge, which is Quakers. So I hope that you will all get your Quakers out and let's get going. I've got my big chunk of fabric. This is a 16 count. I have to kind of get it. It's more than big enough, but I have to get it and that and see where I can, what I can do. And the only thing is it's going to be really hard because it's going to be B5200 on a white. And like most people, you don't like stitching white on white, but I think it's going to pop. I really think it's going to pop. So if I would have had time, I would have maybe, but I don't know what color I would have done. Blue for the sky. I don't know. And then tomorrow I will tell you about the gift-aways that I have planned, celebrating my 4th year on FlossTube. And also we're going to get the challenge for June. So lots to look forward to tomorrow. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for caring enough for me that you would die on the cross for me so that my sins would be forgiven. And that's a prayer I pray for all of you as well. So if you have not yet gone over to Dark X Stitch, she's really good. And also I Stitch Birds. She's wonderful. Lara, I think how she says is Lara. She's Finnish. And she lives in Australia with her husband. So quite the change there. Anyways, all right, everybody, have a great Wednesday and last day of April. Toodle-oodles, everybody!